Now in this chapter we're going to look at a circle. We already know what a circle is. We have a circle to be something like this, and we know the properties of the circle. This is the center of the circle. Now the line, any line drawn from the center of the circle to one of the sides is called the radius, and the plural of this is radii. Okay, now any other line running also from one side through the center to another side is called the diameter. Okay, now the distance round the circle, as we go around like this, the distance round is also called the perimeter of the circle. But since the circle, we have a special name for it called the circumference of the circle. Now the area of the circle is the space, how wide it is. Okay, now when we looked at variation, let's look at variation. We'll explain two concepts: that an object or something could be directly variable or indirectly proportional, directly or indirectly. And let's say we have k is directly proportional to d. I will say k equal to a constant k multiplied by the d. Now for a circle, the distance round this, or the circumference, or the area, is directly proportional to the radius. Okay, what I mean by this is that when the radius increases, let's say the radius is as long as this. Now if you draw the circle, you find out that it gets bigger. If you increase the radius, the circle also gets bigger. So that means that the area of the circle is directly proportional to the radius. Now if you introduce our constants, put an equal to here, we'll have that area equals to a constant multiplied by the r. Now that constant, that unknown constant, is now what we call pi. It has been found out that it equals 22/7, or if you use a calculator to break it down, 3.142. Now this constant is what we call pi. Okay, and the value of pi equals 22/7. Now let's look at how to find the area, how to calculate the area and the circumference of a circle. So the area of a circle is calculated as pi r squared, and the perimeter equals 2 pi r. So this is all you need to know. With this formula, you can solve anything. Now also don't forget that if you have a circle, that the radius runs through the center and comes to one side, but the diameter goes through one side, goes through the whole of the circle. That means that radius plus another radius on the other side will give you the diameter, or can say 2 times the radius equals diameter. Now a perimeter equals 2 pi r, or 2 times radius times pi. So you can say that the perimeter also can be calculated as pi times the diameter, pi d. Okay, so don't forget this. Now our first example says find the area and circumference of a circle of radius 3.5 meter. Take pi equals 22/7. So we're told that the radius equals 3.5 meter. We're told to find the area and circumference. So to calculate the area equals pi r squared, which is 22/7 times r. R is 3.5. If we change it to an improper fraction, it gives us 7/3 times 2, 6 plus 1, 7, 7/2. So we have 7/2 times 7/2. So this 7 will cancel this 7. These 2 divided 22 to give us 11. And that is 11 times 7 will give us 77/2. So this is our area. So we can convert this to a mixed fraction, giving us 3 into 7 give us 3, carry 1 into 17 will give us 8, carry 1, that's 8.5 meter square. Now the perimeter is 2 pi r, which is 2 times 22 over 7, then times 7 all over 2. 7 will cancel 7, 2 will cancel 2. I want our perimeter to be 22 meters. Now also note that the area is given in square, could be centimeter square, meter square, kilometer square, etc. But the perimeter or the circumference just comes in meter, cm, etc. Okay, so now let's look at other things we can solve in a circle. We have a circle that looks something like this. Now this is a radius running down like this, and we'll have another one to one side. This equals this. Okay, because it's still the same radius. They are all equal. Now between two of them, we have an angle here. Let's call this angle theta. Okay, so with this, to find the area of this sector, this space in between, this, let me redraw it. So the space subtended by two radii is called a sector. Now to find the area of this sector equals the pi, or the angle, divided by 360 multiplied by the pi divided by 360 multiplied by the area of the circle. This gives us the area of the sector, and also the perimeter is still the same thing. Will give us still the same pi times 360 multiplied by the whole perimeter of the circle, or the circumference. Okay, so whether it's the area or the perimeter, always do pi divided by 360, then multiplied by, if it's area, multiplied by area, if it's perimeter or circumference, multiplied by the circumference. Now let's look at an example, and it says an arc subtends an angle of 105 degrees at the center of a circle of radius. The radius is 6 centimeters. Find the length of the arc. Find the length of the arc. So let's draw it. The radius of the circle is 6 centimeters. Okay. So and the angle of the arc is 105 degrees. So to find the length of the sector will now be 105 all over 360 times 2 pi r. So which is 105 over 360 times 2 times 22 over 7, then times r, which is 6. So 6 can divide this 360 to give us 60. Okay, and 5 can divide 60 to give us 12, and into this to give us 21. 3 can divide 12 to give us 4, and into this to give us 7. This 7 can cancel this 7. 2 can cancel 4 to give us 2. And these 2 can cancel 22 to give us 11. So our answer now gives us 11 cm. Okay. So to find the area, it's also the same thing. You do pi over 360 times pi r squared. Now let's look at another part of the circle that we've not talked about. And this part is called a chord. A chord. Okay, so what does a chord mean? Let's say we have a circle. A chord is any other line running from one side to another but not passing through the center. So the diameter passes through the center, but any other line, let's say this or this, they're all called chords. Okay, so now how do you find the length of a chord, or the area subtended by the chord? Or let's say we have a chord like this, the distance around the chord. How do you do these calculations? Okay. The principle to solve to finding the area of the chord is this. We'll have a circle, and this is the radius. Okay. Now let's say the chord runs this way. Okay. Now we have the same length of radius covering this. Sorry, let me draw it very well. We have a circle, and this is the chord. Okay, so the chord forms a segment, and we're supposed to find the area. Now we'll look at it this way, that this is a triangle. Let me draw the triangle out for you. This is a triangle. Okay, so we'll find the area of the whole sector. We'll find the area of the whole sector. Then subtract the area of the triangle. We're already now to calculate the area of a triangle, which is the half base times height. And what it now leaves us is the area of this segment. The area of the segment. So to find the area of the segment will be area of the sector. We've done that already. Then minus area of triangle. Okay, and the area of the sector already did that the angle at the center, pi over 360 times the area of the whole circle, which is pi r squared. So when we find this, we'll now do minus area of the triangle, which is half base times height. Okay, so now let's look at an example to help us explain this point. Now the example says find the area of the shaded segment for a quadrant of radius 14 cm. Now this is the diagram. It says find the area of the shaded segment for a quadrant of radius 14 cm. So this is 14 cm. So like I said before, find the area of the sector minus area of the triangle. So the area of the sector will be pi, or the angle over 360 times pi r squared. So to calculate this, our angle here is, since it's a right angle triangle, it's 90 degrees. So I have 90 over 360 times pi 22 over 7 times 14 times 14. Okay, and now the area of our triangle is half base times height, which is half the base is this 14, and the height is also 14 because it's the same radius. So half times 14 times 14. Okay, let's solve this. It will give us 2 into 14, 7. Then 14 times 7. 4 times 8 is 28. So we'll have 98. And this side gives us 0, we'll cancel 0. 9 into 36 will give us 4. 7 into 14 we'll have 2. 2 to this 4 we'll have 2. 2 cancel 14 we'll have 7. So this is 22 times 7 left. And 22 times 7 is 14, 154. So we'll now have 154 as the area of our sector, then minus area of the triangle, which is 98. 154 minus 98. And when we subtract, we'll have 14 here, 6. Then 14 minus 9 is 4. And we'll have our answer as 56 centimeter square. Okay, so that's our final answer. Now we have several examples following this chapter. Click on Start Quiz and solve all the examples following.